We live. How you feeling today?
I feel good. How you feeling? How you feel?
I ain't too bad. I ain't too bad. Can't complain. Finally
Okay,
got some
okay.
decent weather, so I ain't too bad. Well,
I
let's
like
go ahead and get the show started though. Good evening, and welcome to the Immersive Experience, a podcast made about you, for you, and from you. I'm your guide tonight, Mr. Accountability, aka J Rail, aka I'm gonna spit some knowledge, learn some knowledge. Tonight I have two people with me that have been here since day one. I got the utmost respect for them. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Desi Luda Dawn, aka Chocolate Cody in the Poet. You feel me now? Hey, and I'm just here to enjoy y'all tonight in real life. I can't wait to see what we what we explore, what treasures we find. Hey, Elizabeth. So I'm ready. And you can follow the immersive experience on Instagram at the underscore immersive experience, a podcast. Oh, hey, Riss.
What's going on, Riff? What's going on, Liz? Mental?
Oh, I would just like to say thank you to both of you. It's funny, Mr. Accountability. I was doing my podcast and I was calling Mr. Groovology Mr. Accountability. Your spirit was there, bro. Your spirit was
Man,
there
that's
because of
what's
what
up.
we were talking about. And I also want to thank Miss Desi. Thank you, dear, for having me on here. Um, I just want you to always know there's much love, and no matter what someone else may say or do or think about what you doing, dear, you do you. Your love has to be for you forever and always. And I know you there. I'm just saying there's always room. Let's keep moving up. Let's keep improving and get right. You know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm talking about. Shadow,
Absolutely.
shadow work, shadow work, shadow work, shadow work.
Work it out. Work it out.
So, the three amigos at it again. Tonight we talk about change, inner and outer change.
Mm.
Definitely. So I want to start off by asking y'all, both of you guys, a question.
Okay, question.
So we're gonna start with this. How do you guys define interchange? Is it gradual or all of a sudden?
Mm. I say it's a transformation that occurs within ourselves, our thoughts, our beliefs, and our behaviors. So you learn to let go of certain things. I feel like that's what interchange allows you to do. Um, I feel like in a way it's gradual, but then all of a sudden, if that makes sense. Cause like you can endure something for so long, so long, so long, and then you get fed up. So I feel like that's how it could be gradual, but then you could do something all of a sudden. Like you had to wait till you got this fed up to do it. That makes sense.
Yes. So
Okay.
with your response, Des, do you feel like with what you said, sometimes people are forced into change after dealing with something for so long or
Absolutely.
so much?
Yeah.
What ways can a person um, have an impact on themselves so that way they don't have to be forced into a change or forced into a wall where now they got
Ni-
nowhere else to go but to
Nice
change?
question. Nice. Can I answer that?
What? Yeah, go ahead.
So the one thing I've learned on my spiritual journey is change is inevitable, meaning it's going to happen. Now we all three of us are adults, and the one thing we can say, "Oh, shit, gonna change."
Yeah,
Am I right, Miss
yeah.
Desi?
Uh-huh.
So we have a choice. Are we gonna let change us, or are we gonna see the change that needs to be changed and change ourselves?
You know
Uh
what? I'm
oh.
I'm I'm so glad you said that
Uh oh.
because a lot of
Yeah,
people
shots
don't
fired.
understand that statement. A lot of
What?
people, a lot of people don't understand what you just said. A lot of people
Oh,
don't.
tempo.
They don't understand the fact that you may think you're changing, but no. Whatever change you went through, it just changed you. You're not really
Right.
changing any. You're
Yes.
not really changing anything that you think you've changed. A lot of people think, "Oh, that's changed." No, you got changed because of a situation,
Because of the situation.
but you
You
didn't
didn't change
change.
yourself, but my bad. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, what I was just piggybacking on what you didn't change yourself because you knew it was coming.
Yeah, you just like I said, you got
You let it
forced.
happen to you, and then you let what happened to you mold you or change you to whatever. And sometimes
It,
that can be bad.
it can. I agree.
Elizabeth said the only constant is change, and that's true. That's the one
Facts.
thing that's constant all
Facts.
the time.
Yeah, right. Preach, girl.
I think mental froze.
Okay, okay. I don't be wanting to say nothing because I don't want to be like, hey,
Pendulum swing. Oh,
oh, you was froze.
You was
You
froze for a
left
minute.
us.
swing on. Oh, I'm doing it again.
You
Now you
back.
good now.
Oh, me and Jazzy used to call that the pendulum swinging. On the upside, everything seems like everything is good. Then it swings
Mm-hmm.
back to the other side, and it's like, damn, you ain't got no get right. None. You just ain't
Hmm.
got no get right at all. But it's only your projection or you're looking at what happens that makes it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
things are happening all around you. But when you perceive it to be a way, that's what makes it have an impact on you. Whether it's a good present, if you get a flat tire on the road, is that necessarily a thing to be like, oh, I got a flat tire, I can't believe it, oh, the life is over? Some people take it there like, oh, ain't nothing right because you get a flat tire. Ain't nothing right because you got an argument with your boss. Ain't nothing right because you and your wife ain't on the same. You take things there because of the internalization of what's on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Us of spirit don't give a fuck about what's on the outside. It's about what's in here. The change has to be here. I don't care what relationship I'm in. I don't care what happened. Everything is on me. I
You
take
gotta
full
become constant.
responsibility. Say it again, Miss Desi.
You gotta become the constant. Everything else is a variable.
Ooh, woo. Let me slow down. Say that one more time with a little more vigor, my love. Please say that one more time with a little
Man,
more vigor.
you gotta become the constant because everything else around you is the variable.
And you got to know that, Miss Desi.
Mm-hmm.
You have to walk it. Everywhere you go, you got to bring that energy into the room. Because as soon as you don't, you lower yourself to whatever's going around you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely glad both of you guys said what you said. Before I say what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna read Riss's comment. Riss said, "I feel
Uh-huh.
like change happens regardless of all situations. It's a daily thing, like breathing. In a lot of ways, yes, Riss. A lot of people don't accept that change. A lot of people cannot learn or adapt to that change. A lot of people don't even acknowledge or realize that change is needed. They kind of sway away from it. They give us some excuses. Oh, well, it's okay. This to get better. Oh, well, I don't got to worry about this right now. Oh, well, it happens. It's life. People use
They
excuses
allow
all the
change
time.
to change them.
Mm-hmm.
Russ also said, change is evolution. If there is no change, there is no elevation. So if there's so if there isn't change, then are you truly elevating? Because each day is a learning lesson. So with a learning lesson, there is change. That's true.
Facts.
Because you know now, because when you know better, you do better.
Hmm.
You're supposed
But
to do
Applied,
better.
not
to
a knowledge not applied is failed knowledge.
to
Facts.
piggyback and bounce a little bit on what you guys both define as interchange and is it gradual or all of a sudden. I feel like it's gradual all the way up to the point where it's all of a sudden. Now, what I mean by that is Change can be all of a sudden. You can make change all of a sudden because people change what you want to change for. You make change, you make time for what you want to make time for. And you need time to change. That's what they say, right? I always need time. I need this. I need that. I don't necessarily believe you need time to change. I feel like if you want to change something, you can. Even if a person has really bad anger. If you want to change it the next day, you can. If you put so much energy into outer you as opposed to inner you, like how you speak mental, you put some energy into outer you. That outer you is that anger. It is that jealousy. It is that getting mad. It is that getting upset about a tire, about your boss. But the inner you is like, all right, it's a tire. I'm just fix it. Go on about the day. It's life.
Or I don't go to work today. I got a flat tire. I can't make it. Whatever.
The a lot of people allow that outer you to take control, take over, which is why change becomes gradual as opposed to it becoming all of a sudden. Because it can be all of a sudden. You can make that change if you really want to. If you don't, then you
But
just won't.
can you see change? Let me offer this question to you, Miss Desi. Then I want you, Mr. Accountability. Can you see change before it happens? Can you see it coming?
Yeah,
That, oh shit, I need to change or something gonna happen. I'm just
yeah.
asking the question.
I know you can see change before it happened. People run around and just say, "Oh, what they say? I ignored the red flags, or I just didn't pay attention to them, or I saw them and then I ignored them." Is that you know what's finna happen?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you the perfect word for that, in my opinion. Procrastination. A lot of people procrastinate, procrastinate. When they know they can affect something right now, they wait until later on and let it happen. Then, oh, I'm gonna try and change it now. It's too late.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you wait for?
Mm. Why do we procrastinate? Miss Desi, why do we procrastinate?
No, cause I don't know why other people procrastinate. I'll be procrastinating because I'll be talking to myself saying I work better under pressure. Look, I give myself all types of excuses. I procrastinate because there's another. I know why I really, really used to procrastinate,
No,
and it was really because like I didn't think it was one of the things why I didn't think I was good enough. You got little hidden things that you gotta
no.
dig up out
You
yourself.
said it perfect. What did she say, Mr. Groovology? Groovology. Here we go. Mr. Accountability. What did she say? You said you gave yourself what?
All types
Excuses.
Time.
of
Oh, excuses.
Excuses.
Yep.
That, what you said right there, is what every single person does to defeat themselves. They give themselves excuses, no matter what it may be.
Risk said, I sometimes have hope, so I procrastinate when it comes to stuff. When it comes to people, when it comes to people connections. That
Hope,
procrastination.
hope
That
without works is dead, ain't it? Isn't that what the saying says?
no, it's faith and hope. Something different. Hope is an
It was
illusion.
hope with hope without something. You got to do something. Okay, you can hope. Yeah, someone's gonna come save me and get me out of this jail cell. I didn't do the crime. I'm falsely accused. Or are you gonna
risk
do something about it?
risk to answer, in a sense, to answer your statement, even though it wasn't a question. I'm answering your statement. The easiest way to get away from that, honestly, is ask yourself, are you willing to do the same thing? If you willing to put out that same energy, then okay, deal with it, fine. But if you're not gonna put out that same energy, why deal with it? If you say you're gonna do something or be there for a person or be this or be that even for yourself, why procrastinate? Why allow procrastination in your life? Why tell yourself, oh well, I have hope that this person will do this and do that. I don't have hope. For me, once I tell you how I feel about something, you gonna show me what you thought about how I felt all day long. So there's no need to me having hope after you already shown me how you feel about what I felt or what I said. So where is there to have hope? I'm expressing to you as a human, as a boyfriend, or as a friend or whatever, whatnot. I'm expressing to you what you did I didn't like, or what you said I didn't like, or what I feel like, hey, this got to me. I'm expressing that to
Uh-huh.
you. I'm telling you how I feel because people they want you to communicate. They want to tell you how they feel and express everything.
And they don't even be
Hope
listening.
hope doesn't
Boy,
hope doesn't hope
what?
doesn't hope doesn't fall in line for me. Hope doesn't fall in line because now I'm telling you something, and in a sense, if it don't work out, I'm telling them now I got to go back and trick myself and tell myself, oh well, that's just them.
Well, see,
That's just
I'm
them.
on a
And
whole, I'm,
you begin to settle. You begin to settle with the
I'm on a,
same things over and over and over again because you had hope.
I'm on a whole new realm. Hope don't mean the same that it means for you. I'm gonna show you what I am, who I am, what I'm about, what I like, what I don't like, what I'm gonna take, what I'm not gonna take, who I'm gonna be, what I'm not gonna be, where I'm gonna go, where I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna show you that. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show you. So there ain't no hope of, oh, let's go to the strip club. Let's come on now. Ain't nothing in the strip club for me. We talked about this before. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no hope with, oh, I want to go to church. Well, whatever church you want to go to, fine. If it works for you, it works for me. But I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for me. So when it
Yeah,
comes to change, I let people know, like, look, I'm a lot. I'm real. I'm gonna be real. I'm a lot. Me and my wife are cut from the same cloth because she's a lot, but we a lot together and we match.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
If it even makes sense, because it really don't make sense to me, but somehow in the universe of chaos, this is just how it is. So, and it's the same for all of us. But we got to be willing to be like, yo, you know, something. I can't just go by what I think I know, because the spirit realm don't work like that.
Yep.
It don't
Mhm.
work like that. It's gonna tell you things. It's gonna do things, and nothing is gonna make sense until the end. Meaning, you have to have enough faith to go through it. Like Jazzy always say, "Oh no, we got to go through things. If you want to be in the spirit realm and do this spiritual work, you got to go through things. There's no around it. There's no under it. There's no
God,
over it. It's straight through.
yeah.
All right, because you're the power. You're the essence.
Mm-hmm. I have a
So,
question for everybody in the audience, and
oh,
you guys can answer this as you see fit in a timely manner. Um, can you achieve external success without compromising your authenticity?
Hmm.
And then mental, while they're typing or whatnot, I got a question for you as well.
yes, sir.
What are some examples of interchange that can lead to outer transformations? Because you always say everything starts with self.
I'm
Everything
about to
starts from
tell
in.
you. It starts with the decision in the mind. When you say, you know, I'm not going to do this anymore. It could be cheating. It could be smoking cigarettes. It could be adulterizing. It could be watching porn. It could be eating certain foods, missing your diet, not exercise. It could be anything. When
Yeah.
you make your mind up and say, you know, I'm going to get up every day, 5 in the morning, and do this. I don't care what you do, you're gonna get a result. See, procrastination is more when we say we gonna do something and don't do shit. We know we ain't gonna do shit. We know we ain't getting 5 in the morning because we love sleep.
Yeah. You feel me?
You know, I'm with you. I love sleep. I don't want to get up at 5 in the morning.
I
But
be up
if
at
if it's a
bitch.
option of me getting to the spiritual realm, or being the person or the being that I want to be, or being the same old person that I don't want to be, I mean, come on, what are we talking about? Who's
But
willing to take the challenge? A life of spiritualism. Spiritualism ain't religion. You got to do shit every day. You got to make choices because it's all about consciousness. Every choice you make, that Snicker bar, that burger, or that drug or that choice to make being in a relationship that you know ain't healthy for you, or the choice to
Mm,
be alone when that ain't healthy for you. It goes
that-
all
So
the way around.
that's the
so
difference between hoodoo and voodoo. One is the practice, one is the religion. So I
so
feel like
with all that being said, mental, do you feel like people are more do you feel like people are more adaptable or resilient to change when it comes from being backed into a corner? I'm gonna give you an example. Being backed into a corner, or do you feel like they're more adaptable or resilient to change when there's somebody there to help them? And I'm gonna give you a small example. Weight loss. Some people have to be pushed into a really bad spot, a point in their life where they
That
choose that now I want to lose weight. Now I want I want
basically,
I
I'm
want I
gonna
want I want
die
to I
if
want to
I don't lose
I want to
weight.
get up. I want to get up every day at 5 in the morning and go to the gym. I want to stay be healthy enough and live long enough for my kids.
Right.
Sometimes people are backed into a corner. Do you feel like in ways people are more adaptable to change faster when it comes to being backed into a corner, or if they have somebody per se like yourself to really talk them through things and help them and guide them?
Well, number one, no one, and I will repeat it again, no one is gonna change if they're not ready to change.
hmm
Yeah, true.
I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you love them, how much you pay them, how much you do whatever you think you're doing. No one is going to change until they're ready to change. Our job is to recognize that, oh, I see you talk about change, but you ain't about change. That's our job. So you don't fall into the pitfalls of people that say one thing and do something else.
right.
But
You
see, a
see what
lot of
I'm saying?
people.
We know that. Mr. Accountability, you know when you talk to someone, male, female, or anything else, and they talking a good game, but when you look at them, it's like ain't something ain't adding up. Your game and what I'm looking at ain't meshing.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
see,
but go ahead.
don't talk about that. A lot of people. I'm gonna give you myself for example. A lot of people have gone through certain things that, and one, okay, actually, okay, so a whole lot of people will say all day long that they feel like they don't do any wrong, or
My speaker's loud.
they feel like in the past relationship they did all this good, all that good, but then I'm a strong believer in life is a circle. And it's gonna teach you the
Fact.
same thing that you didn't learn the first time. It's gonna go over and over and over again. So whatever you didn't see in this relationship, or the past relationship, or past friendship, or past situations in life, whatever you wasn't doing, life is gonna teach you over and over and over and over again. And sometimes that allows people to change. Now you get some people that are very stubborn, but that's a way that people can change as well. Do you feel like that's more of an outer change or inner change? Seeing yourself. Seeing yourself and what you've done, it being done to you. Do you feel like that becomes an outer change or interchange?
It's an interchange. I think I say everything got to be an interchange. You can have outside catalyst, but eventually it's like they keep saying, it's up to you. What you gonna do
So
about
so in a sense, then, if a person is happy with their outer self, their physical, but not happy with their inner self, is that a problem?
it? Yeah, it's two conflicting views. We always got a problem.
The main issue is it's a problem within you. So there's not going to be harmony. The energies aren't going to mesh together.
What would you tell a person like that has outside happiness, outside confirmation, outside stability, but not inner?
That's most of the people that make money, got shit, got big cars, jewelry. They look like they got their shit together. We fail to realize that happiness has nothing to do about what you have. Nothing. Nothing. Whether you got a car or a house, just the clothes on your back. Happiness has nothing to do with that. Happiness is an internal prognosis of knowing that, hey, I am provided for whether I ate today or didn't. I'm going to eat tomorrow
Right.
in abundance. I'm going to have everything I need. Happiness comes from within because you know you're at a place within yourself that you're happy. And most of it comes from the decisions that you make. Karma to me doesn't exist because I don't wish bad on anyone. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, even if they're trying to hurt me. It doesn't matter.
Risk
So
said,
my energy maintains the same no matter what situation I'm in because I
Risk.
know who I am. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'll read the comments. Risk said, I say the person might change when it comes to their goals because they recognize on the way to their goals the flaws that they had and say, and I'm sorry, and so I say no, you might not be the same way you went in. Not sure if that makes sense. That's what she said. Elizabeth said, I don't think the interchange. I don't think the internal would change your authenticity. However, I believe it takes practice and internal review to not automatically respond to negative outer trials. Sometimes when something is hard and I don't want to I don't want to like to use the the
Parable.
parable. Oh, the parable. Eat that frog. To pump myself up to get the hardest thing done and out the way. Everything after that seems easy. Afterwards, I'm still growing and working on myself.
Yeah, that.
Riz said, quite frankly, I don't move off of others. I move off of others, though I moved off of what I believe. So when I hear someone be proud of me, I might not recognize because I'm doing something I believed is what I'm supposed to do. I feel that.
Facts.
So another question. Is it possible to have external changes without any internal shifts? How do they influence each other?
Mental, you want to answer that?
No, it is not possible to have external influences without having that's going to influence you to the point where you do not have an internal shift. External influences that impact us enough, that's called trauma. What does the trauma do? It has an internal shift. It makes us think a different way, act a different way, feel a different way.
But see, that goes back to what I said a couple minutes ago. If a person is externally happy with themselves, but not internally happy, how is that really a problem when externally you can in turn make yourself internally happy?
Because of the trauma. A family that looks good, feels good, tastes good, smells good, sounds good could be up there molesting the kids, killing people, only because it's a play. Remember, everybody wants to put on the show that everything is good. No one wants to say, I'm hurting, help me. No one.
So do you feel
you met me? Hello.
Do you feel it's possible to be internally happy but not externally happy?
What you say?
Do you feel it
That's
possible
another
to be
impossible. If I'm internally
but not
happy,
externally happy?
the only way I'm not going to be externally happy is that no one else is happy around me. So I got to keep my happiness to myself. Otherwise, I'm going to be picked on.
I apologize. I couldn't hear the question.
No, that
No,
was my fault. Say it again, Mr. Accountability.
I was asking, do you feel it's possible to be internally happy but not externally happy?
No. I mean, I agree with mental then. If that's the question, then I agree with mental because if I'm internally happy, my worth comes from the inside of me. Don't nothing outside of me gonna affect me. This don't matter. What we talking about? Everything that I lose in the physical, I could go get back. What that song say? Spend it all, get some more. Like, and that's just that.
So when
I
you
mean, to
guys,
play devil's advocate, I guess a serial killer could be internally happy that he's out killing people, but not happy on the outside because he ain't got enough people to kill or he ain't got someone in his grasp. You
I
know
was
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
I was just gonna ask that. Like, if a person is internally happy with what they're doing, but externally not enough,
Right.
how would that work out? I was just gonna ask that question. So okay, so how do you navigate the balance between accepting yourself as you are and striving for personal development?
I
Another
just,
nice question.
I just
Very
keep,
good. My bad. Go ahead.
I keep sight of me, and I keep sight of the things that I want, things that I know I need to put back into me, levels that I want to get to. And if you can see what you need to get to where you're trying to go, I always tell people to walk like what you want. And if you walk like what you want, that means you remember it. So I guess that's how I see it, if that makes sense.
I feel that. For me, I would say the name I chose, being accountable, being able to tell myself to just be accountable for everything that goes on in my life, every decision I make, every choice I make. It helps me to accept myself as I am, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, and I can learn from that because I'm accepting. Hey, I chose this. Why did I choose this? What effects did this have since I chose this? What can I do better next time to strive for a personal development, strive for a personal growth, to strive for a personal gain?
Question, Visa, Miss Desi, what do you need to change in you? What are the things you need to change that's stopping you from being the best you?
Hmm, right now, I'm
Not
off.
no no. I don't even want right now.
Oh,
Over the
okay.
last year, something that you just procrastinate. I ain't gonna do it, or something you want to do but you ain't gonna do, or you don't want to. You know it's good for you. You know you're supposed to, but you just won't do it.
In the last year, I guess, being being in my own place, I guess, doing what I need to do, like in that sense of place or thing like that. Yeah. So I procrastinate about that a lot. But like spiritually, in the last 2 years, spiritually, I've been on my shit. And don't get me wrong, I wake up every day and I'm like, do your best. You know what I'm saying? Practice what you preach. And that's what I always got to keep in my head. Like, you got to practice what you preach. So that's how I just wake up. I do my best. And I don't always hit the mark that I say I'm going to hit, but we get up, like Jarrell said, and every day I hold myself accountable for how I missed it, how I didn't do it. So what I can do differently today to better myself.
Info. I was just asking because you said there's some things you wanted to change that you haven't changed.
Yeah, we just got to keep walking. You just got to keep working. Keep looking within. Just, like I say, when you trigger, you say shadow work. Like, it don't never stop. Because it's a
Never.
thing of, you always got to be aware of you. Like, every moment, I'm always trying to see where I'm at in a moment. Because if I can feel what I'm feeling, and I'll be like, okay, now you feeling this
Well,
out of anger, or you feeling this, what you so angry about?
Right.
I'm at,
the
now I got
key
to
to
turn around.
shadow work is you start to learn your abilities.
Yeah,
This gifts of the spirit start to materialize. You start to see it. Like, oh,
that's what it
this is
is.
why the old girl was so mad at me because I did this and I didn't even know I was spiritually hitting her with the kibosh.
Exactly.
But now I know. Oh, I see it. Because when you do the shadow work, that's the only way you get to see how far you have grown spiritually. It
Okay.
has nothing to do with just your physical, your job, your relate. It's what is going on in the inner you. And when that changes, the physical you and the things that go on around you have to change. It's mandatory. One is before the other.
Okay, man. So what are some effective strategies and or ways that you would give a person or tell a person for initiating and sustaining interchange based off of their experience?
First, you got to sit down with yourself and be truthful. You cannot move forward if you're going to lie to yourself about anything. You got to look at every situation in your life and take accountability for it. You got to say what you could do, what you couldn't do. And then if you did something wrong, you got to forgive yourself. Once you get to the point where you can be one with yourself, everything else is kind of easy. But you can't get past that. If you've had trauma in your life that you don't want to deal with, if you had mom and daddy issues, brother and sister issues, friend issues, social issues, whatever it may be, once you become an adult, once you get over a certain age and maturity, you got to go back. That's what we call shadow work. I'm glad you said that. Going through you, it's only you on you, going back through your life and not fixing, but relating to everything that happened to you, assigning what needs to be assigned. Oh, that wasn't my fault. I realized I got bullied, but I only got bullied because dude's mom was beating the crap out of him and his dad left him and this and that and that. You see, everything has reasons for what they have, for what happens to us, but we have to be open to see it, and we can't see it if we're emotional. So my first key would be real to yourself, be honest with yourself in every situation. If you can't do that, it's hard to get past it, because when the spirit want to talk to you, it has no way to get to you, that you won't distort the information. If that made sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, so do you feel like outside of talking to yourself,
Uh-huh.
life is the best teacher? Life will teach you regardless. You may not want to learn, but in a lot of ways you either gonna have to or you're gonna be forced to.
Well, it depends, because in life you have what's a good word? You have stations, meaning if you were rich in life, life's still gonna teach you lessons, but it ain't gonna teach you half. In fact, it ain't gonna teach you 10% of you'll get 10% of the lessons of what someone would be that doesn't have money, that has to struggle, that has to think for themselves, that has to improvise, that has to create, that has to find a way to eat, that has to find a way to put clothes on their back. Both of them are going to struggle. But one struggle is out of necessity. The other struggle is just out of, okay, I'm a kid and I'm learning my way.
Thank you for saying that. So us, I'm gonna just say, in the black community,
Uh-huh.
a lot of black people struggle. And a lot of people growing up, they strive to make sure that their kids never have to know what a struggle is. Do you feel like that hurts that child?
I hate that whole idea. That's the worst thing you can do to your kids, is give them the silver spoon so they don't know nothing. Because at some point, you're going to be gone and they're going to have to know something. Oh, my bad, viewer. I'm yelling. I'm a setback. But it hurts my heart. No, I'm serious. I take that real serious. I'm not trying to have, what do they call it? Generational wealth and this and that. Only generational wealth I want if I know my kids are going to use it to help people and do the right thing. If they're going to be stingy bastards and fight and kill each other over it, what is the use of generational wealth?
So how do you differentiate and or kind of like cut off the difference between being a good, helpful parent that's always there,
Uh-huh.
or the parent that had to teach them real life stuff, real life situations, real
I'm gonna
life
give you.
struggles?
I'm gonna give you a real life situation. I had my son when I was in the military. My baby mama, just doing it real quick. My baby mama wanted me to stay in the military. I didn't want to stay. I ended up leaving. Had my son till about 13 months. She came back and got him. There was a void in my life. I had my baby girl. Oh, she was my world. I took care of her. Boom, 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 boom. We get older. She now fast forward. She's 16, 17. She done let some man snooker her to sign in her name or some account so that she done false checks and this, that, and other thing. And she was like, and the investigator, the cop, and everybody was sitting there in my living room. We sitting there talking. Da, da, da. So, and they were asking me, well, what can you do for her? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do for you. I know your mom and the boyfriend. No, no, I'm gonna be real. Because the spirit, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you back to the ones that benefited from you cashing them checks. Your mom and whoever else was over there telling you to do it. What I'm gonna tell you is you know better. Oh well, this is probably. Oh well, da 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 da. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's out of my hands. She know better. I taught her better. She knows she didn't cash no checks that she didn't earn. I'm not about to sit here and lie to you and pretend. And them white people, the two white, they sat there and said, "This is probably the only reason she got off, not got off, but got a light smack on the hand because she didn't have any offenses." She's like, something, you got a real dad. That's what they said in front of you. You got a real dad. Most dads would have tried to do. Nah, I don't play that. When you wrong, you're wrong. Don't come to me when you're wrong.
But no. What I'm saying is, okay, let's say.
No, but I'm just saying the whole point that what we were talking about, when at some point you got to let your loved one that you can't do that and come to me to bail you out. Because
Yeah.
that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure you don't never get into that shit.
Yeah.
So
You see what I'm saying?
But you have a lot of parents, okay, like you have a lot of parents that when they were children, they went through a lot of stuff. And it wasn't always the greatest. And in their head, they built up the whole mindset of, I'm gonna make sure I do whatever I need to do to make sure my kids never have to see
So
any of this
listen
in
to what you
life.
said. The trauma that they went through as a child said that they gonna do what, make sure they spoil their child so their child don't go through no trauma. When the spoiling causes the trauma.
They don't got no accountability. You gotta
Yeah,
at
no.
least at some point tell yourself that, hey, listen, this happened to me, but this don't gotta be the case with my children. And I gotta learn balance, not just to, if I now I gotta beat you. Not all, like, that's not how it gotta work. You have to have a balance. What
But no,
works if
see,
you got a system?
no, I get that. What I'm saying is, how do you, where does that balance come from if you didn't even have it growing up? You only had the one side. So where does that balance come from? Because a lot of people don't want their kids to see the struggle they went through. So where does that balance come from? As a parent, where do you tell yourself, okay, look, you my kids, I love you, I got you all the time, but I can't do nothing right now. I can't. You have to go through this on your own. Even if you want to help, where did that balance come from for people that really didn't learn that balance? I get what y'all are saying, 100%. I get what y'all are saying. It's
I
just
think
there are a lot of parents that didn't learn that balance, and they feel like, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure my kids never have to see a struggle.
Well, I think you said it best one time when you said that you already had innately knew what love was. Even though you had never felt it, even though you had never seen it, you still understood that love needed correction. Love needed all of these other things. To just love you and hold you up in your wrongdoing is to hinder you. But if I truly love you, I love you and correct you. So I'll take it from your story as to how that could play out as a parent.
Facts. Oh, hello?
Oh, I think we lost them.
We lost one. Shots fired.
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. Oh, there he is. Hold on.
Right, he back. He back.
I know that I know for a fact you did not just use me on me.
I did.
I ain't mad at you.
I thought it was perfect. I said,
That's the
let me
highest
see.
compliment. Especially when you came back. Did you just use me on me?
Man,
Yes,
that's definitely
I did. I did.
just hit me with me. So I have a question for both of you guys. Because I respect both of you guys' mindsets, and I feel like you guys are at the point in your lives where where me personally, that's one of my goals, to get to the for you guys it's spiritual, for me it's mental, but to get to that point where you guys are at. So with that being said, can external circumstances or experiences trigger interchange, or is it primarily an internal decision?
It's primarily an internal decision. I just feel like external factors might make you look around and be like, "Damn, I'm fucking homeless. How I keep ending up here." But on the inside, you gotta be like, "We not doing this no more. What we gotta do to get better? What we gotta do to be consistent? How we keep a place? How we do this? How we do that?" Like,
But in a small sense, though, wouldn't those external situations, circumstances trigger that interchange? Trigger you
it's
to like,
a
okay,
catalyst. It's a catalyst. Yes, I agree. It could be a catalyst, but it's ultimately an internal decision. If you say you ain't gonna eat no more chicken, but in the back of your mind, you like, yeah, I'm gonna eat some chicken.
Tomorrow,
You
I'm on that
already
fried
lost.
chicken train.
You done already lost already. You feel what I'm saying? So it's
definitely.
gotta happen in your mind. Like I'm not doing it. Like Mental had said earlier, if you're not doing it no more, you just not doing it no more. It don't take no whole bunch of trying. You just don't do it.
Don't take all that because you're gonna think about a thing before you do it. And every time you think about it, you rebuke it. There's no way you're gonna do it. You can do whatever. Oh, I think about a cigarette. Oh, I forget every time I smoke a cigarette, I get sick to my stomach. I poop my pants. No way you're gonna do it. I know I'm exaggerating. I'm just saying, no way you're gonna do it. So it just depends on how you psych
Come on, little
yourself
bro.
up.
Hey, I gotta. So it's a little off, but it's very, very, very perfect with what Mental just said, right? So, like you said, you tell yourself something a bunch of times, you're gonna do it at some point. You're gonna rebuke it. You're gonna
Good
do
or
it,
bad.
right? So you having sex, right?
Oh
And
Lord.
you telling yourself you got to pull out. 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 I'm telling you, hey, no, all bullshit aside, all jokes aside, you gonna pull out though. You gonna pull out though. If you tell yourself so many times to pull out, you gonna do it. So it's definitely a whole lot of truth in what you said in a lot of ways.
Nigga, what?
Well, I'm not quite sure where we just went or how we got there.
Hey, it's all facts
Yo,
though.
we glad you think you got a strong pullout game because your mental capacity to tell yourself to pull the fuck out.
No, he's correct. If you say, "Oh, you better pull out," you better, and you remind
Strong
yourself why.
pullout game.
The problem with that is it takes away from the good time. See, this is why people don't do what they're supposed to do. When you go inside yourself, it takes away from what feels good, tastes good, sounds good, smells good, looks good. And that's what they don't want to happen. So they want to leave it in there to get every bit of joy they can get until it's over.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Come on now.
I wouldn't know.
Oh,
Unless silicone count. I ain't never had to. I ain't never got a bitch pregnant before. I'm gonna have to
never
try that.
ever.
Not once.
So I got two last questions. One question is a question after a question.
A
So I'm
question
gonna
now.
ask y'all. Yeah.
What?
The second question I'm gonna ask you guys is something I want y'all to think about and then give me an answer. But the first one is
Okay.
a basis to it. How do you perceive yourself, and are there things you like to change?
Ooh, that's a bad question because I think I might be vain.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, let me answer it first. I want to
Yeah.
get better every day, and I perceive myself as getting better every day.
So in
That's
a
it.
sense, so in a sense, you the one thing you would change about yourself is just to keep growing.
Yep, because growth would be change. Absolutely. Yep. And I got to get better because if I'm alive, the only thing there is for me is to get better. If not, I'm getting worse. There is no in between. If you do nothing, you're letting shit pass your time pass you by. You're doing worse. The only way to get better is to ride the wave. See the wave coming, like we said. There goes the change wave. It's coming. Let me get my surfboard ready. Get my boat equipped. Okay, change. All right, ride the wave, baby. Oh, I love this change. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Besides, oh my God, the wave of change is coming. I'm gonna swim away. Oh, it busts over top of me. Oh God, I hate change. It's horrible. It's
Shit, I'm at the point now where if I see that damn wave, I'm on some Trey Songz shit.
coming. It's
Ooh, I'm
always
about to
coming.
dive in low.
Mr. Accountability.
Y'all
It's
funny.
Telling you
always coming.
immediately.
It's always coming. There's no stopping it.
Oh yeah, all facts.
It may be like big change, like a tidal wave, but them ripples gonna smack you in the face. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We trying to mold you slowly or largely. It depends on you. The more you're resistant to change, the harder the change comes. Think
Hey.
about it. The more resistant you are to change, the harder the change is gonna come. The worse it's gonna feel. If you accept it, it could be even a good change.
Des, how you feel about it?
I perceive myself as the universe, the water, the earth, the scars that I am, the fire that I am. You feel me? Like the poetry that I am. Shit, I perceive myself as a lot of shit. I ain't finna lie to you. And what I need to change, I'm with mental. Like I'm the process. You feel me? So it's about growing every day. It's about getting better every single day. Waking up and doing my best every single day. Besting myself from yesterday. Like I'm trying to be. I'm trying to.
You can't use me.
I
What
did.
you
I
use your
did.
own
I
thing.
thought all of y'all
Don't
rapping
be trying to
great.
pick up after me. You got this. You do your own.
Get it back. Because that's what it is. That's what it's about. I'm always
But
trying,
you
but
represent the female energy, the change in
everything
the feminine energy. We
everything
can't
that I
represent
named,
that.
when I said I'm breath, when I said all of those things,
Uh huh.
it's about a process. I gave it my own way before I gave it your way. I'm the scars
Facts.
that I am. I'm the fire
Hmm.
that I am. I'm
Okay.
all of those things.
So
I
do you
said it
think
out
you need to
first.
change?
Huh?
Then why do you think you need to change? What about you that you think you need to change? If you right like you is. You don't need to change shit.
But everything is evolution. So we're gonna continuously evolve regardless.
I'm talking about right now, not tomorrow. If
I'm
you can be the
all
perfect, what I'm saying is, if you can be the perfect you, what would the perfect Desi look like in
You
your
know what the
eyes?
hard thing is to tell you about that is because I had to come to a hard conclusion that
Oh,
perfection don't exist.
here.
I
What does say it again?
said I had to come to the hard conclusion that perfection don't exist.
You are facts, but that
So
doesn't mean you can't strive for perfection.
I just do my best.
No, you're right. You are absolutely perfection does not exist in this realm, but we can still strive for it, and that's what make us better every day. We're
Doing your best.
striving for something we know we can't achieve.
Read the four agreements by Miguel Ruiz. He wrote that shit.
Uh-oh.
It's a Toltec, it's an ancient Toltec book. It's got like it's good.
What
It's
are
real.
they?
Huh?
What are the four agreements?
The four agreements is always do your best. Ooh, you gonna the other one is be impeccable with your word.
Oh,
Being
I'm
ooh,
glad you reminded me. Go ahead.
hold on, because it's too more mental.
No, you reminded me of something, so that's why I said thank you. Always do your best.
Be
Be
impeccable
impeccable
with
with your
your
word.
word. Ah, I don't remember the other two. Not speak
Speak
the
the
truth.
truth.
Huh?
No.
It's not speak the truth. No, it's not that. But it's not coming to me.
Okay.
I
Well,
could
when you
grab the
said
book.
that, I was gonna say when Mr. Accountability was talking about, he was talking about, the things that we can do and how, a lot of our stuff is action. Um, all we have as individuals, when it comes down to it, is our word. If a woman never lied to you, Mr. Accountability, and she told you some shit that was hard to believe, but she ain't never lied to you, would you believe her?
When that much of an option with the believer.
Facts, and I'm with you. And I'm with you. But this is what I'm talking about. When someone gives you the true them, and you know that it's them, they've always been consistent with what they do, and some shit happens and they like, I'm telling you, I don't know how the earth done twisted this shit upside down. It's not the way it seems.
No,
Here,
I feel
I
you.
want to give y'all the 4 agreements because I went and got my book. But
Oh, that's scholarship. Bring it up. Let me see the book.
it's
See the cover. Show it.
Liz wrote them. It said, be
Okay.
impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions and always do your best. And this the little book. It's a real small little book.
Put it closer to the camera.
Can y'all see
There
that?
we go. Right there, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
The 4
then,
agreements. I got it.
and it's Don Miguel Ruiz who wrote it.
Kill them with scholarship, baby. Let them know. Kill them
Absolutely.
with scholarship.
I got so many books running around this house somewhere.
Hey, bring them out. Kill them with scholarship. Let them know.
But I want to leave y'all one last question. So, from the time you can remember all the way to the ages you are now, everything you've been through, all the changes, all the circumstances, all the situations, all of that. Take all that to the accountability that you are now. How do you view your entire life up to this point?
I don't got no regrets. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I view it as very, very well, actually. It's like I said, you have people always say, "Oh, I'm having such a bad day," and I'll be reminding people like, "Well, there are no bad days. We only encounter what we believe to be bad situations." That's it. So, and that's how I feel about myself. What you asked again? I forgot. I don't know. I hope I answered your
You
question.
answered it.
Yeah, you answered it.
You answered. He said, I forgot the question. Well, you answered the question.
Cause I started rambling. God dang.
I would say, state the question one more time.
Okay, from the time you can remember all the way up to the age you are now, all the situations you've been through, the changes, the circumstances, everything you've been
No,
through up to this
it
point to
came
who you
back.
are now. How do you view your entire life
A
up to the age
miracle,
you are now?
A
a
miracle.
miracle,
I'm
a
searching
blessing,
for.
something that I be honest with you. No, I'm being real with you. I shouldn't exist. The shit that I know, how I hold on to spiritual knowledge and eat it up and churn it up and spit it back, I shouldn't exist because there was nothing outside of me that would make me do what I did for my internal drive to fuel. Even when I was, nah, you crazy, you're this. My mom told me I was crazy. You know, you're going to go nuts. You're reading too much, all types of stuff. You wouldn't believe the shit I had to go through because I wanted to know. But the will for knowing was stronger than any other thing that I had going on in my life. So I would always say an impossibility. Anything could have threw me off my journey and I wouldn't be where I'm at. And I'm talking about the smallest thing. It ain't got to be nothing large. My shit was so precise and on, it already showed me that I was already down here for a different reason.
Hello.
And I know that's probably hard to understand, but woo,
That ain't hard to
woo.
understand. I follow.
I mean, anything could have derailed me. Not, I mean, I'm being real. Anything. As far as having too much money, being an athlete. I was an athlete out of my ass when I was in high school.
6'7".
I would
Couldn't do it.
for me, I would say all the way up to the point now, I view my life as a maze. I personally allow myself to get stuck in situations, stuck at turns, stuck at stops, stuck at standpoints to find good paths just to turn back around and go the other way because the good path didn't seem that good. I feel like my life is a maze. I'm finding my way to the end now. I truly feel like I'm finding my way to the end to where I'm learning and growing how I should have been a long time ago. But up to the point now, it's definitely a maze. It's been a maze.
Just know you made the maze. It's
Oh yeah, all
yours.
facts.
You seen
That's why.
Maze Runner?
Yeah, I seen Maze Runner.
And you seen Divergent too, right?
Yeah,
Hey, it's all that type of shit.
like crazy. I already know. You know, I definitely built that maze. I built every turn, every crack, every crevices, every dark spot. I know all
And
that.
so, but what it's saying is, so you are teaching you what you need to learn. I mean, we can't make this stuff
The way
up,
he took these
man.
glasses off. And he was finna get into
We can't make this
Man,
stuff up.
it.
The truth is so strange. I mean, but the inner us, what we deal with, the shadow work, it's so personal, it's so strange, it's so nuanced, and it's us on us. And that's what's so difficult about spirituality. There's
Absolutely.
not many people we can bounce it out for because our family gonna call us crazy. Don't get it twisted.
They
This is
sure
a
will.
lonely journey. Go ahead.
I was agreeing with you, but Ange said she would consider hers. She would call hers a movie. Rich said, "Thank you guys. You made my whole day a lot better. I just want to express my gratitude for that." And she also said this journey wasn't meant to be easy, but I would say I'm damn proud of y'all and myself to be getting this far.
Facts, love. Facts.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm
If
proud of
you're on this podcast instead of on Telelive Vision or Telelive Radio or Telelive Newspaper, it already telling you that you're trying to get something that others ain't got.
you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
every day, every day. Well, again, I want to thank everybody coming on to watch the podcast and mental. Des, I want to appreciate you guys for coming out tonight. I know it's still a weeknight, got work tomorrow, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the immersive experience. And you can check us out every Sunday and Thursday. Hopefully, we'll add another day soon, Des.
What?
But I appreciate you guys coming out, supporting. Love y'all. Appreciate it again.
Have a good night.
Peace and love.